So I went to Grocery Outlet the other day and I meant to do a grocery haul of what I got, but then I wasn't able to. Anyways, I do still want to talk about the products that I got though, so I'm just gonna do it now, after the fact. This pancake mix, it is vegan and it's just add water. And it's really good. And okay, not like it's so hard to add like milk. Usually it's like milk and oil, you know? Hey, if you're like camping or staying at an Airbnb, most of their products are not vegan, I feel like. It's the classic, okay? Organic classic. But I just wanted to share the news. Okay? Because they sell these like everywhere, I feel like. Also, I gotta say, this company has really good packaging. Like that just looks beautiful. And the little critters. We love a critter. We love a little critter on this channel. I got this. I have not tried it yet though. I'll be sure to spread the word when I do though. You know, I mention Asha noodles all the time. When I say Asha, it's just this company. They just make noodles and they're like ramen noodles, but they're a little bit like healthier because they're not like fried, you know, but they're still really delicious and good. And they always come with like a little sauce. Would recommend tingly chili wavy noodle. But these are good for like easy meals because you just whip up the noodles and toss them in the sauce and then add some like veggies, cucumber, carrot, broccoli, throw some tofu on there or throw some edamame on the side. This is not from Grocery Outlet, but I found this at TJ Maxx the other day. I was looking at home stuff. This is $15. And at first I was like, no, that's too much. But it's huge and it's like, it is packed in there. Like it's like heavy. But yeah, and it's 200 servings. So I feel like $15, but it's 200 servings. And if it's like actually good, you know? But it smells absolutely amazing. Like, oh my god. TJ Maxx, Home Goods, Marshalls. They got some good snacks and drinkity ingredients over there, okay? If you're ever looking for some stuff. I got some protein powder. I want to start eating more higher protein breakfasts. Not that I eat low protein breakfasts, okay, but I would say it's more like a medium. You know, I hear that that is good. Sometimes I am like, I eat breakfast and then I'm hungry like too soon afterward, you know? I'm not really a protein powder person, but it was on sale. So it's not my favorite protein powder I've ever tried for sure. I only put half of a scoop in my little smoothie and it made it taste super pea protein-y, but it wasn't bad. It had a good vanilla flavor. It was also really sweet. I think it's stevia sweetened, which is fine, but this smoothie was a little too sweet because it was just like fruit and stuff, you know? But I think it would be a lot better in a smoothie where I added like spinach or any like vegetables or something like that. Oh, 2 ice creams. Wonder Milk, so delicious. It is okay. I'm not super impressed by it. I think it does the job. Like if you need a vanilla ice cream, you know, because sometimes you just need a vanilla ice cream. Holidays are coming up, you know, pie and whatnot. It's just, I don't know. It feels like if you gave it to someone, it'd be very obvious that it's a vegan ice cream. If you know what I mean, you know what, if you know, you know. This is really good. Banana split flavor. Never seen this. Love the packaging. Kind of reminds me of the banana guards from Adventure Time. I really liked this because I like how it's banana, strawberry, and chocolate. It's a good flavor combination. Honestly, it's like barely even chocolatey, but it's still good. Okay, so I feel like Oatly is making like the best conventional vegan ice creams that I have tried. Another Grocery Outlet discovery. It's become a new Grocery Outlet staple for me until one day it disappears and never comes back. Korean veggie dumplings. And there's also some tofu in there though. So there's a little bit of protein. They are delicious, absolutely delicious. And they're kind of small, so they're easy to cook. I don't think I've ever pan fried these. They're so good to just like toss into ramen because they're so small, so they just like cook really fast in the water. These plus, oh, I could smell them. Plus this Korean dumplings with a Japanese sauce. I'm sorry, but that's fantabulous. Okay, now speaking of products that I love, let's talk about the sponsor of today's video, Ritual, my favorite multivitamin company. I have taken their vitamins for years. I really love their products. Everything is super traceable. You can see on their website where all the ingredients come from. I love that they are designed to be easier on your stomach. You can take them with or without food because they have a delayed release design. For someone like me who gets easily distracted and easily forgets things, that can be something that causes me to not take a vitamin. If I remember to take it and and then I'm like, oh shoot, well I have to eat first, and then I eat, but then now it's gone. Like now I completely forgot about the vitamin issue, okay, and then I'll probably do that every day. But with this, it's like whenever you just remember to take it, just take it. You know, you don't have to worry about that. Obviously, I just moved. I'm in a different place, so my diet has been like all over the place for the past month. A lot of change, a lot of ramen. At times like that, it always feels good to have something that's like a stable, a constant, giving you that base of nutrients. Also, I just think their bottles look cool. Got a nice like minimal design. It goes with like every aesthetic. I feel like it looks nice on the counter. They're also third-party tested. They're obviously vegan. They are non-GMO certified, gluten-free, and formulated without major allergens. If you're interested in trying out Ritual, you can get 25% off your first order if you go to ritual.com/ewing25 and use the code ewing25. You can subscribe and then you never have to worry about forgetting to order more when you run out. Thank you to Ritual again for sponsoring this video. I really appreciate it, and let's get back to the rest of the video. So in my last video, I mentioned my root beer kombucha that I made, and we're gonna make some more today because I still have some of the stuff that I need to use to make it. Years and years ago, when I was making kombucha originally, I always wanted to make a root beer kombucha because I love root beer, and I had a root beer kombucha once, and I was like, this is so good. Let me figure out how to make it myself. So I looked up like, how do you make root beer from scratch? You know, like what is root, like what are the roots, you know? For Christmas, I asked for some like root beer teas. So literally I was holding on to this for years because like soon after she got me this, then I moved, and the moving process, I kept saying like, oh, I'm gonna get back into making kombucha, you know? And I just never did. I just let the scobies dry out, and then they were dead. Basically what you need to do is make a root beer flavored syrup, which is just making a simple syrup and then steeping this stuff in it. I mean, I don't know what they actually put in root beer, the soda, but this just smells like root beer. It's crazy. Sassafras bark, sarsaparilla root, birch bark, burdock root, dandelion root, licorice root, fennel seeds, anise star, ginger root, cinnamon chips, juniper berries, and natural flavoring. I remember like googling what is in root beer if you made it from scratch, and you know, it listed all this crap like this, and I was like, how am I supposed to, like, do I go in the forest and like just pick up like random shit, because that's what it sounds like. I don't know. At some point I came across root beer tea, and I was like, oh, and it just had everything in it. But it literally just looks like some random shit you picked up off the ground in the forest, like just like twigs and shit. A cup of water. And a cup of sugar. But this is herbal tea, so it's not like tea, you know what I mean? And now we remove from heat and put in the stuff. Oh, it smells so freaking good. It smells so freaking good. It literally just looks like some shit from the forest floor.
15 minutes, and we're starting now.
Like before, when I was making kombucha, I would always just use juice. I did use fresh fruit one time and it exploded in my closet, so then I never did that again. I really like wish I could see whoever lived here before, like what it looked like, because, well, it might not have been the person right before me, but there's holes everywhere. Like they must have hung lights all along the top of the cabinets, and even this light fixture up here, there's holes all around that. So, geez, I want to know, what did it look like? It was a party kitchen. I also have this 100% tart cherry juice. Speaking of things that I've had for years, probably not years, maybe like 1 year. I bought this when the internet was like, tart cherry juice, it helps you sleep, blah, 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 blah. And I bought this and I was gonna make those sleepy mocktails or whatever. Then I found out that for those benefits, health benefits, helping you sleep or whatever, you're supposed to get the juice that's not from concentrate. This one is from concentrate. Yeah, I was like, maybe I'll find something to do with it. And now I realize I can make tart cherry kombucha with it, which would probably be fun. Oh, this actually says support healthy sleep on it. So maybe it does. The best way to make kombucha is to have loose leaf black tea and use a French press if you have it, because then you can just make it in the French press and it's super easy. Instead of like opening a bunch of tea bags and throwing away a bunch of tea bags, you just have to scoop out like, you know, however much tea and put it in there. You know what I mean? It makes more sense. This works totally fine, but it just feels kind of dumb because you have to use like 8 tea bags and it just feels stupid. It's done steeping now. I'm gonna strain it into this thing. I'm gonna rinse this and strain it again. So see, this is what the second straining took out. So now I have a root beer syrup. It actually still has some specks in it, but it's not that bad. It's like cinnamon. Oh, we're going to make the tea. 4 cups of water. Is that okay? What do I do about that? Somebody tell me. I'm gonna open all these. Feel like an idiot. Actually, you know what? You can get those family tea bags where you only need 2 of them. Family size tea bags. No. And every time this really scares me, pouring boiling water into a glass. But I do have a metal spoon in here, which is supposed to help. Ugh, but I just hate this so much. I hate it, 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 hate it, hate it, hate it. Anyways, while that's happening, I have some lemons and limes that I have not been using. And they're starting to get like dry and hard, you know? So I want to do something with them. Like I have these spheres, ice cube spheres, and I also just kind of want to do cubes of the juice for later, you know? Because I've done that before. Like with lemons, I've like juiced a couple lemons or whatever, and then whenever I needed a little bit of lemon juice, I can just put a cube or a few cubes in a cup and let it like, you know, thaw out, and then you have lemon juice. Like what? Come on, what? Let's see. I'm gonna cut down the middle, cut a slice out of here, like that. Yep. I'm gonna pop this in here. And I'm gonna do the same thing with the other side. Pop the seeds out. Yeehaw. I'm doing. So we have lemon slices. But I do want more like actual juice in there, so I'm gonna squeeze the rest of the juice just in there so that the ice cubes will be partially lemon juice, partially water, you know? And then, oh, actually you're supposed to fill it up through this hole, which I find really rude that they just assume that you can do that and they don't even give you like a device that helps you pour it into that hole. Like that's crazy. Come on. So I'm just gonna try my best and I'm gonna lose water, but that's okay. Hopefully I don't lose so much water that I lose the lemon juice. Well, this was pretty fun, okay? Somehow it spilled in the freezer though, so like 3 out of 4 of them are not spheres, but the sphere that I did have was fun. It made the water super lemony and smell super lemony every time I take a sip, which is nice. I would do this again, but I would do like a juice or something so it's colored. It comes out so foggy that it makes it slightly less aesthetic, but it's still fun. Concentrated sweet tea is done. I just know I'm not going to use this in the next like couple days, so I might as well just preserve them all. Yum, 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 yum. It smells so good. Honestly, does not seem like that much. Make some lime cubes. Just made like 3 ice cubes. Lemon juice. Gonna pour it over here. That was really anticlimactic, but gonna put that in the freezer. I am a little scared because it's like out of the liquid. Like I need to watch it more, but like the top of it is just dry. I don't think that's okay. So like, you know, she's dry, Your Honor. Because that just happens, but I think it is not really good. Yeah. Now check this out. Bam, 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 bam. Carbonation. Okay, I'm gonna measure out 2 cups. Oh, this is scary. Okay, that's about a cup. 2 cups. Yay! These are all the clean bottles. Alright. I believe these bottles are about 2 cups worth, so I'm gonna do 2 tablespoons of the syrup, maybe plus a little. Okay, I'm gonna do 4 tablespoons. And I believe my kombucha is probably, this batch is probably gonna be pretty sour. That's all it is. I'll just come back to these when they're less foamy. It looks like beer. Now I'm gonna do some black cherry juice. Tart cherry juice kombucha. Is that too much tart or what? Tart on tart crime. It's fine. I still have this much. Where are all my bottles? Where are all my bottles? I found another bottle and I'm just doing another kombucha because I'm not even sure if the black cherry will be like good. So, and also every time I forget to taste test the actual kombucha before making all these bottles of it, which is pretty dumb. It's gonna be so sour. It's actually not very sour. Shoot. Uh-oh. I hope it's okay. Okay. I'm just gonna do a quick one of these. I'm gonna rinse them all off and dry them so they're not just like all sticky. Look at that, look at that. That's kind of wild, a little bit, almost too wild maybe. My current fixation meal, I'm gonna put some water on the stove. That's soapy. Water on the stove, frozen broccoli. We cut off a slice of tofu, like that much. This is the super firm tofu or whatever. And I just slice it like super thin. Because I'm not gonna be doing anything to it. This way it'll just like blend in with everything. Now we have a pile of tofu. I'm gonna reserve 1 piece for my dog. I'm like a little bit too obsessed with these meteor noodles. The sauce is just absolutely scrumptious. I don't know what it is they put in there. It's like a paste though. It's not so much a sauce. It's very like thick. Water's boiling. I'm gonna go put this in there. I just feel like frozen veggies are better when you cut them up a little. Careful, Maple. Okay, so now my noodles are done and I'm gonna plop them into my bowl. They're gonna have some noodle water on them, but that's good. Or it's fine, I don't know. Because that'll add to the sauciness. Oh god, ow. Be careful. And then I'm going to place my frozen tofu, what are you, broccoli, into the hot water so it just, defrosts. And then I can even put my tofu on top of that. I don't know why. I guess just to heat it up. So we just try our best to fish it all out. So appetizing. This is my fixation meal. And I'm gonna put a little bit of, what is this? Gochugaru. Sesame seeds. I would put green onion. Yeah, I don't really have much, so that's that. And you have your protein and you have your veggie. Pizza. Really? I don't have any measuring cups. Shit. Flour. Some flour, some salt, some yeast, some sugar, and then I'm gonna add olive oil. Stir very well. Okay. And then I'm gonna add the flour, I guess. Just keep adding the flour. Flour. Okay, I would say that is good. Still pretty sticky, but it's more manageable now. So then I need to coat this with olive oil and pastry brush all up the sides of the bowl. I feel like I could have just done this with my hand, but... And before, I never really had like a place to put stuff when I wanted it to rise, but now I have like the perfect place because of that windowsill right there. Oh, it's still pretty sticky though. Try to grab this sucker. What now? Dust my hands with flour, form pizza dough into a round ball. Transfer to your olive oil brush bowl. Use your hands to roll the pizza dough along olive oil, then cover the bowl. Okay, hopefully it's a good enough ball. And then I'm gonna put it in the olive oil. And I'm gonna spread it in the oil. I'm also gonna just add more oil because you can't go wrong with more oil. Oiled up ball. Yum. Okay, gonna put it on the windowsill and pray. Ooh, it is warm up there. Okay, so I wanted to share my #1 tip/trick for making vegan pizza at home actually good. And it is to add a lot of oil and salt to everything. Because if you've ever had a non-vegan pizza, or at least most of them, you know that the real good, yummy ones are very greasy and very salty. If they're, the cheese is super greasy, super salty. The pepperoni, just drowning in grease and salt. So I'm not saying you have to make it greasy and salty, okay? If you don't want to, that's totally great. But the vegan alternatives, they're always made like a lot lighter, which is great for like everyday use. But if I'm gonna make a pizza, if I want pizza, I want a greasy, salty pizza, okay? That's just me. So I'm just saying, if you're like me, this is what you gotta do. I put all my cheese in a bowl and I added oil to it, and then I smush it around with my fingers so I break it up, which also is supposed to like help it melt better because you're breaking up the starches or whatever. I also added some dried herbs and some garlic to it. I don't know, I was trying something new. I'm using the Trader Joe's mozzarella, which I actually really like, the newly formulated one. I think it's a good like affordable option. But since I was almost out of that one and I was at Target, I picked up the Target vegan cheese, which I don't know if I would get it again. It seemed more gummy to me. I also put mushrooms. I cut them up super thin so that they actually cook through, because another thing, I don't like when there's raw veggies on my pizza. I think that's annoying. And I'm adding pepperoni. This is the Trader Joe's vegan pepperoni. It looks weird because it was in the freezer. I drizzled some oil and I sprinkled a little salt on it because I kind of felt like I already put a little too much oil in the dough. But for real, like if you want that pepperoni pizza experience, throw the pepperonis in a bowl and toss them in oil and salt. Like, for real. That's how, like, that's the only way. Because whenever I have like a vegan pizza from a restaurant, I'm always like disappointed. I've rarely ever had like a vegan pizza made by someone else where I'm fully satisfied with it, because they just never add enough oil. Anyways, I think I did put a little bit too much sauce maybe on this pizza, but still turned out absolutely delicious. I was using a new pizza dough recipe that I never tried before. It was a little different than what I'm used to, but that also turned out really good. This crust was absolutely delicious. So I'll link that below if you want to try it. But yeah, look at that grease. But see, I didn't even put like much oil on the pepperonis, but the ones that look all like oily, those are the ones that look good, huh? Those are the ones that look like real pepperoni. So anyways, that's my vegan pizza guide. Thank you for listening. Oh, and also thank you for watching this video. That's it for this video. See you in the next one. I will be posting more and more these days, hopefully. There's something wrong with me because I only want to watch cartoons right now. When I moved here, I was only watching Bob's Burgers because it was like a comfort show moment. And then I had to like wean myself off of that because I just only wanted to watch Bob's Burgers. I went through all 14 seasons and then it was like, oh no, there's no more. What am I gonna do? And then I watched Smiling Friends because it just always showed up on Hulu. Like, you have to watch this damn show because of, I don't know, cartoons, Adult Swim, and they're like, if you like Bob's Burgers. So then I watched that. How do I look, yellow man? And I didn't even, like, I liked it, but I didn't even, like, love it that much. But then I had to, like, wean myself off of that because I was like, I don't want to go back to watching, like, normal people's shows. Like, now I just want to watch, like, stupid cartoons all the time. So anyways, I think I'm going to start, I think I'm going to do a rewatch of Adventure Time now.